Hi, this is Tiffany Hinton, gluten-free mom certified. Today we're going to make homemade chocolate sauce. When you go to the store and you want to get Hershey sauce or you want to get another chocolate sauce for your desserts, you got to remember if you're dairy-free and gluten-free, you're going to have a very difficult time finding one unless you're at a Whole Foods or some other organic grocery store. And you can make it at home very easily. It's simple. It takes like 5-10 minutes and you're done. You are going to need the coconut milk from a can again, or some sort of full-fat milk, which I would suggest an almond or a coconut. And we just used it in the caramel sauce a little bit ago, so we've already got that. You're going to need a lot of sugar. You can go with an organic sugar or a raw sugar if you want to. Your cocoa powder. And you're going to also need a little bit of cornstarch because we're not using flour in our chocolate sauce. Some salt, and again, I'll use the sea salt, and then a little bit of vanilla. So the first thing we do is we mix the dry ingredients in, and we put a half a cup of milk in. So let's start that before we even turn on the heat. And with this, you're going to use a whisk. All right. Those are in. Sugar, cocoa powder. We're going to need a tablespoon and a half of cornstarch. So that's the cornstarch. And just our salt. And it's just a fourth of a teaspoon of salt. So not very much salt at all in the chocolate. Because you don't really, salted chocolate is good, but you don't necessarily want your chocolate sauce to taste like salt. Okay, we're going to go with a half a cup of milk at this point. So I'll put a half a cup in first. And we want to get this whisk up so it makes a really thick paste before we add the rest of the milk. So you got your whisk. And one way you know that you have a balanced whisk is if you were to stand it up on the surface of your counter, it's actually going to stand there. And if it doesn't do that, it's not balanced, and it makes it harder to whisk things. So when you're looking for a good whisk and you're at the store, that's something you can do to kind of test that up. And it's almost going to look like this is a dough because it's so much dry, so not very much wet ingredients here with the milk, that you're getting more of this dough consistency, which is fine. And it kind of sticks to your spatula, if you can see that. It's all good, no big deal. All right, so our paste is in. Next thing on our list, and I'll just read your recipe one time all the way through before you start, and then just continue to read it as you go. Okay, now we're going to add a cup of milk to this. And I may have to grab some coconut milk out of the fridge, which I'm going to need to do that, no big deal. I got other things falling out of the fridge. Ignore my pink sweatpants. All right, we're back. All right, we got coconut milk. And this is just original coconut milk we're going to use. I'm going to bring this up to a cup. So then we'll have a total of a cup and a half in our chocolate sauce. Scrape that out a little bit with our whisk. All right, and we're going to flip our heat on this one to... What are we turning our heat on? We're going to flip it to a medium-low. Like this. Good, and we'll stir this in. And this is going to need to come up to a boil. And you might want to shake down your whisk and get all that stuff out of there. And go and get it all whisked in here. Make sure you get the stuff at the side so it doesn't all just stick. There we go. A little bit left in there. Don't hit it too hard, you're going to have chocolate all over your clothes. Okay. And just keep whisking this till we get all the lumps out. And I want to keep the heat up just a little bit. There we go. And remember, we used cornstarch. We didn't use flour in this. A lot of chocolate sauces you make are going to call for flour. But we don't want to do that because we want to keep our sauce gluten and dairy free. All right, so we're going to let that come up to a boil, and then we're going to continue to whisk it every so often just so it doesn't burn or stick to the bottom. And then once the sauce starts to boil, we're going to kick the heat down to a low simmer and let it go for about 5 minutes. Set your timer. I always use the timer up here on the microwave. And then once that's done, you'll shut the heat off, add your vanilla, let it cool. And again, reusable jars are great for this because you can store this sauce in the refrigerator for up to 2 weeks. The other cool thing is if you put it in a jar, put the lid on it, put a bow on it, a little ribbon, you can give this away as a gift. People love to receive homemade food. I don't know what it is, especially when it comes to desserts. It's like wonderful for them. Tiffany Hinton, gluten-free, mom certified. Find us online at gfmomcertified.com. And when we're all done, I'll have some pictures on the blog of the chocolate sauce. And it's going to go with our Sunday fun kit. We're making a little party kit. And then we're going to use our party kit to have a Sunday party here at our house. So super fun. That'll all be up on the blog in the next month or so you'll catch that. And we'll talk to you later. Have a good day.